Hi guys, hope you're all good. So today I'm just going to talk about my progress regarding my hair. It's been just over 5 weeks now since I've had my hair twisted for my lock process, and I just want to share what's been going on during that time. So here we go. So I've got things written down. So if I keep looking down, that's because I'm just checking my list. So first things first, I've had shrinkage, but it's not something that I'm concerned about. And really, the way I see it is the shrinkage is because, actually, first of all, let me say, because of the pandemic that's going on in London or in the UK, we've had another lockdown. So I haven't been able to get my loctician to come round for the retightening. So the retightening was meant to have been done. I think it was meant to have been done last week, but we've had to postpone it for another 3 weeks. So it's going to end up being 7 weeks since the initial installation before I can get my hair retightened. So in that time, I think that I'm going to have quite a bit of slippage. I don't think my hair grows that quickly, so I don't think it's really new growth, but I think it's mainly slippage. Definitely when I'm going through it, especially towards the back, it's thickening up a little bit. But like I said, I think it's more the twists have slipped rather than my hair's grown so quickly, if only. So that's the most important thing. So we've had to extend the schedule for retightening a little bit longer. So shrinkage, basically the hair shrunk, yes, but it's not something I'm not used to with my own natural hair before it was twisted. I've accepted it, I expect it, and I actually quite like it. I'd rather have thick, full head of hair and sacrifice length rather than the other way around. So I'm fine with the shrinkage. I've washed my hair 3 times since I've had it done. So that's 3 times in 4.5, 5 weeks. And I'm planning to wash my hair again tomorrow. And I have to say, okay, we all know people who've had natural heads of afro kinky hair that it takes forever really to wash your hair, detangle before you wash, then condition, then detangle, and then comb or whatever, and then put in twist or whatever you need to do, let it dry, blah blah, and the list goes on. Okay, so basically these last 3 washes I've done, they've been so quick that I'm actually wondering if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm doing it correctly, if I'm doing something wrong. I mean, the last one I did last week Friday, so that's basically almost a week ago, it took me 10 minutes to wash the hair, and I really started questioning myself. Am I doing something? I'm missing something because it's taking such a short time. So if that's how it is, then I'm a happy bunny, to be fair. I haven't used any conditioner basically after washing, and my hair hasn't felt particularly dry. Actually, it hasn't felt dry. I actually think my hair likes being twisted because whenever I've used to twist my hair in the past, I felt that the hair was well moisturized, and it was only when I took the twist out that voila, the hair just dries up. So my hair's happy being in twists, and like I said, even without using conditioner, my hair doesn't feel dry. The ends definitely don't feel dry. I have been spritzing my hair with rose water, and I've recently put a few drops of witch hazel in it as well, to help with the scalp. But to be fair, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I hope it works. But rose water is doing my hair well. I'm happy with it. I made a concoction of essential oils for my scalp from before I twisted my hair. So I'm still using that, but I'm using a very, very light amount. So I just put a few drops on my hand and then just rub my hands together and use the tips and just massage onto the scalp. And then any excess just run through the strands. So I'm not really oiling the strands to twist themselves, but I'm definitely putting some essential oils on my scalp, and that's really helped. My scalp isn't itchy. um, in actual fact, I have a habit of just rubbing my scalp, and not because it's itchy, but just because it's a subconscious habit that I have. But yeah, so that's great. So no itchiness per se. I've been washing my hair more frequently. It's taking way less time than it used to in the past. I've had some shrinkage. The hair feels a little bit fuller. I just want it to be more so. It just bothers me when it's what we call scanty. I don't want scanty hair. All right, so that's that. The shampoo that I've used, I will actually get them to show you. So just give me a sec. So the first wash I used shea butter something, one of the ones I had left over from before I had my hair twisted. So I've used that all up, and then I did some research because I wanted to find a shampoo that would encourage the locking process. And I came across this one called Dread Soap, if you can see, by Dreadhead. Yeah. And I chose this company because I liked the fact that they gave really good information about what was or what is what chemicals or lack of chemicals there are. So that it's chemical free. It's I don't know if it's chemical free, but it's basically residue free. It's unscented. It says it's very effective in helping dreads mature and tighten. And yeah, it's really cool. So, and it also basically stops residue from building up on your strands, even from shampoo, which can happen. And because it has, it's free of the horrible chemicals, don't ask me what they are, it doesn't become an irritant to your scalp. So people who are prone to itchy scalp or dry scalp, it could be because of the residue from the shampoo that you use. And so far this has worked really well, so I'm looking forward to using it tomorrow. I'm not used to using shampoo that's not scented, so that threw me off a little bit, but so far so good. So here's the thing, before I actually had my hair installed, my strands installed, twist installed, sorry, and I was just crazy going on YouTube and checking different channels with people who were having on their lock journey, looking at different hairstyles, and in my head imagining all these different hairstyles that I was going to do. I was going to do the space bands, I was going to do half up half down, I was going to do all sorts of different styles. Now ask me how many styles I've actually done in 5 weeks, and I will tell you hardly any. I think apart from just leaving my hair out like this, I might put my hair up in one bun on top. Oh, I've done flat twists 2 or 4 sometimes, but then I end up taking them out after 2 days. And so I've literally I've basically been a lazy hair person, and I think moving forward I should be realistic and just know that I'm not really going to be doing these crazy hairstyles that I imagined I would be doing. It might be different, but so far I might as well be realistic with myself, and it's unlikely that I'm going to do any crazy hairstyles or anything interesting, because I have the hand in hair syndrome. And anyway, prior to me having my hair in twists, I've always been one to want to change up my hair because I get bored. And so there's no point thinking that I'm going to do anything extravagant with my hair regarding styles, because I'll probably only just take it down after 2 or 3 days, so what's the point? But so far I'm happy with leaving it as it is. It's doing me well. Right, I counted the number of locks I have. It's 242 or so, if I can remember. I must say, I was one of those people that was stuck on the more locks you have, the better. For some reason in my mind, I imagined that the more locks you have, the thicker the results would be over time. I'm beginning to understand that actually that's not the case. It is really dependent on your hair texture, your hair type, how big your head is as well, to be fair, and the size of locks that you want eventually. I thought that I wanted sister lock sizes, like the small, really tiny ones, right? So that my hair would look like it's loose, but it's not actually loose, it's locked. But as I've been watching more and doing more research about locks and dreadlocks or whatever, I've come to realize that long term, I don't want to have my locks falling out because the locks size was so small and the base and everything wasn't thick enough to be able to accommodate the lock long term. And slowly I've become to accept the size that my locks are, well, not lock, my twists are, and loving them. And the funny thing is, I actually like the look of thick locks, not too thick, but thick traditional locks on other people. I'm not too sure how I'd feel about it on myself, and I'm comfortable with this size here. So 242 locks will be fine. Okay. I want them to thicken up. I want them to be healthy. I want to retain length. I want my hair to feel soft, not dry. And yeah, I just want what my hair wants, which is the best. So 242 locks is how many locks I have. And the other thing, the reason why I chose to have my hair, the lock started with twists rather than going down the sister locks route, was I always thought that at least it gives me a window of 6 weeks or so from when the initial installation occurs and its retightening occurs, in which if I decide that I didn't want them anymore, I could easily take it down because they were just in twists. Now, Davina, my loctician, when she installed my twist, actually interlocked the base. So out the window that goes about easily taking them down. But even if I were to try to take them down, even if they hadn't been interlocked, I wouldn't now because it's getting a bit knotty at the base now. Yeah. And if I was to take down these twists, I would already get quite a few knots when I'm trying to take them down, and it's really not worth it. I don't want to take them down anyway, but I don't need to. But if I was going to, it would be a struggle, I feel, in some areas. Okay. So in summary, my hair feels very happy. It's happy to be left alone. It's happy to be washed with the Dredge shampoo. It's fine without using conditioner. It loves rose water and the witch hazel. It likes to just be left as it is. And if my hair's happy, then I'm happy. What else do I want, right? Moving forward, like I said, I'm looking forward to getting the base interlocked, the reties done, just because I'm just concerned. I don't really want to leave too much of an interval between reties because they say you shouldn't, at least in the beginning. I'm playing around with putting some color in my hair, but not anytime soon. I mean, I'm talking not in the first 1 to 2 years. So, you know, and I might not ever. Yeah. I'm having a strand of grey coming again. I don't know what to do about that. When it comes to lint, I haven't noticed any, though I do think there's something building up right at the back, and that's really to do with the jacket that I wear. It's got some fur on it, not real fur, guys, but it's got some stuff on it that I think is probably collecting at the base. But beyond that, I'm cool and my hair's cool. So I'm just going to do a 360 so you guys can have a look, because when I watch other people's YouTube channels, I always want to see that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the back. You can probably see a little bit of build up around here. On this side. There we go. And if we do a close-up, you might want to see how the strands look. They still look definitely like their twists. You know, I don't think that's going to go away too soon. Yeah, and there we are. So I will keep you guys informed. This is really interesting for me, and I hope that there's someone out there who's interested in watching how this journey goes for me. And if you are on the same path as I am, then, you know, feel free to drop a few comments just to let me know how you're getting on and anything interesting that might be happening to your hair at this stage. All right, guys, take care and stay safe. Bye.